Good morning, guys. Hello, P. Good morning. Is there any new one today? Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Yes. Guys, in the previous session, so demos we completed, guys. Okay. So simply history about okay, history about the Django, guys. History about the Django, futures about the Django. We discussed. Okay. So I'm not going to discussing today about these points. Simply history of Django. History of Django we done. So these all things in the material you're going to be getting, guys. So next history of not history, futures. Okay, futures of Django, guys. Futures of Django we discussed. Okay, so these futures comes under advantages also, guys. Or else simply you can take a separate point. Advantages of Django. Advantages of Django we done. These are the theoretical points only. Don't worry if anyone missing also. Okay. Next, before this, some general point, guys. What is program? Okay, we are the program developers. First of all, we need to know what is program. What is program? And we are developing softwares, guys. So what is software? Okay. So and we are using Django framework here. So what is framework? Like these all are one word answers, guys. One word answers. Okay, like we can make it questions. What is program? What is software? What is framework? Framework is also a software only. To developing other softwares, we are using frameworks. Okay, now these are all the basic points we done in the previous session. And later, guys, along with those things, Python modules also we discussed. Python modules, three types of modules we have, we discussed. These all are basic points. Okay, so now onwards, guys, now onwards, clearly we will discuss. So Django installation. This point also, how to installing commands, I explained in the last session. So today again we will do it and we will create the project also. Understanding all of you? So far what we done means history, futures, advantages and about the modules we discussed. And now installation related we will discuss, guys. Installation. So if you want to install Django framework, guys, so Django is a third party module. So third party modules by using the pip command, Python installer package, guys. So by using the pip install and module name, so simply Django you are using, guys. So if you are using this Django, then latest version, guys. Latest version, latest version number coming, latest version coming. And if you want to use any specific version, then without space double equal to version number, like we can give it version numbers. Then pip command searching for this required version, download, finding that, downloading that, installing that. Okay, okay, after installing, guys, after installing, so after installing Django module, after installing Django module, then one file coming, guys, one file coming. What is that name? After installing Django module, we will get, guys, we will get Django admin.py. This is the file Django framework related, guys. After installing the Django module, we will get Django-admin.py file. Okay, it is available where? It is available in the Python software predefined modules location. It is available in Python software, guys. In Python software predefined module there, guys. Predefined modules location. Wherever predefined module there, in that place there is a third party modules also storing after downloading. Okay, so up to here I hope all people remembering. Now what is the use of this Django-admin.py file? Nothing but Django framework, guys, this one. What is the use of this file means, By using this Django-admin.py file, we are going to be creating the Django project. Okay, simply how to creating guys, how to creating Django project, how to creating Django project. So what is the use of Django-admin guys? First of all are one word answer questions, so we need to be perfect, then you will get knowledge. So what is use of Django-admin? Once initially if you are understanding guys, then later programmatically big programs we will do it. What is use of Django-admin file? Django-admin file. So what is the use here? For creating as a, or else to create Django projects. Okay, so to creating the Django project, we are going to use the Django-admin.py file simply. How to creating guys? So we have the commands guys for creating the project name. In your system, first select any one folder guys. Okay, create one folder for our Django project creating purpose. For our Django project creating purpose. So I'm taking as different batches. For every batch different folders taking. Okay, I'm not mixing all the batches related programs. Understanding? So end of the day, if you guys want all the programs by one zip file sharing to you, then all you are going to get in one place. That's why I'm maintaining the folders wise every batch related. So wherever you want to create in D drive or E drive or F drive, so go to that location and there create guys. There create. Simply assumption, later I will show you practically. Now simply command prompt location I'm going to be creating. Okay. So now here Django-admin, this is the file guys, admin file. So Django-admin followed by start project guys, start project followed by project name. Assumption my project name is a demo project. Okay, this is the command guys. Django-admin start project. Up to this fixed guys always. Django admin start project, that is fixed, followed by project name. This is user defined name. User defined name. Whatever the project name we want, we can take it. So we are in initial stage, that's why demo project I'm taking. Later onwards, guys, concept wise project names we are going to be taking. Okay. So now demo project, like you need to execute this command, guys. So this start project command guys, this one in this file sub command. So this command is going to create the project with name demo project. That is the process. Okay, after creating project, what is happening means in this command prompt location guys, in this command prompt location, I mean whatever the folder you are selecting here, in that location with project name, with this name one folder coming guys, with this name one folder coming. Inside this folder one python file coming guys, manage.py, manage.py, like one python file coming, and again one folder guys, with the same name, again one more folder coming. It is acting like a project. Now onwards it is acting like a project. This is a root folder, base folder guys. In that folder we are getting one python file called as manage.py, one folder called as name demo project. Okay, so in this demo project guys, by default five files coming, guys. So don't worry what files coming, how I remember, slowly we'll understanding. Okay, so init dot py initialization file, we are calling init.py file simply, underscore two underscores, these things, underscore init underscore dot py initialization file we are calling. And next settings.py guys, settings.py file. And next urls.py file. Okay, and next sgi.py, and next asgi.py. Okay, like five files you are going to be getting by default, by default. So after executing the project, guys, after executing the project command, this one, then in our drive location, so you are going to get, this is the structure, guys, folder structure. So this is the manage.py file, Python file, and this is a folder, guys. This is a folder. In this folder again, you are getting five files, five files. Understanding all of you up to here? After creating project, what files coming? What is the structure? This is the structure. Okay. So here, guys, later slowly we will understanding in each file what type of code we are writing. Okay. So majorly here, this settings file and URL files are important. Remaining all are not important. Majorly. So in the url.py, what we are writing means our application related all URLs we are maintaining. Registration URL, login URL, logout URL, Facebook URL, YouTube URL, Gmail URL. Like these all kind of URLs we are going to be maintaining in the urls.py. How to creating later we will discuss clearly. Okay. And in the settings.py file, guys, our project related all these settings we are maintaining. Project related all the settings we are maintaining. What database I want to connect for my project, MySQL or MongoDB or Oracle, like that. Database settings, server settings, okay, application related settings, like n number of things we can write in the settings.py file. So project related entire information is maintaining in the settings.py file. These two files are important, guys. Okay. So later remaining files depending on situation we will discuss. Okay, so far we created project. So far we created project assumption. Now after project, guys, we need to create one application. We need to create one application. So one project can containing n number of applications, guys. This is a project. Okay, in this project, so this is application one. This is application two. This is application three. Like n number of applications we can create. Okay, so YAP1, YAP2, both are comes under project. Okay. So one project, guys, this is the project. One project at least contain one application. One project at least contain one application and at most containing n number of applications. App 1, app 2, app 3 like that. N number of applications we can create. Okay. So project is a folder, guys, which is maintaining the collection of applications, where every application having its own meaning. Okay, every application we are creating for particular performance purpose, particular behavior purpose, guys. Okay, particular task purpose. We are creating the applications. Okay, so for example, if you are taking the college project, guys, okay, or else a hospital project, like whatever you want, you can take it. So I'm taking the college project, or else healthcare related you can take it, guys. Hospital related, okay, hospital related project, hospital. Now in this hospital, guys, hospital related, okay, hospital, doctors, patients, like all the information there here. And some hospitals having, guys, medical colleges also. Okay, hospitals having medical colleges also, guys. Understanding? For example, Gandhi Hospital, Usmani Hospital, NIMS Hospital, these all are having medical colleges also. In the medical college, guys, so different branches there, first year, second year, third year, like that, and HODs there, faculty is there, okay, principal there, students there, first year students, second year students, like all the college related information, I want to maintain separately. Medical college related information, I want to maintain separately. So this here you can maintain, guys, college information, medical college, guys, medical college information, so you can maintain here. And normal patients related, doctors related, guys, health information. Okay, so doctors and patients, guys, doctors and patients information, so we can maintain here doctors and patients information we can maintain here. Okay, so then using application one we will get doctors information, patients information, all things. Using application two we will get college information. Then separately we are maintaining. Then readability easy, understanding is easy, guys. So instead of application one and application two, if you are creating all doctors information, patients information, college information, all together in one application. Then complexity increasing, reliability decreasing, confusion increasing guys. Okay, burden increasing on the developers. Burden increasing on developers. That's why real time pieces wise, if you want to break your application, if you want to be dividing like multiple pieces wise your main application, then we can create. Okay, so entire project can breaking like a multiple pieces wise. That is the concept. Now I created this project guys. I created this project. In this project, settings, URLs, all things maintaining. So these all applications are communicating with one particular database, okay, one particular server. These all informations we are maintaining in the project level. Next, in the application one, what there, in application two, what there, like separately we can maintain. Clear all of you? So demo project folder can be in Python file. Somebody is asking. So it is a normal folder, guys. Normal folders how creating, same like that. So in that folder, these all files there. So in any one file, guys, in any one folder, in any folder, if init.py file is there, then that folder is considered like a Python package. That folder is considered like a Python package. This is when you are learning about the Python, you are getting this point. Any folder which containing init.py file, nothing but initialization file, then that folder we can call the package. Python package. So it is acting like a package. It is acting like a normal folder only. Normal folder only. Clear all of you? Yeah. So now I created just project, and every project at least contained one application. I'm telling, at least containing one application. So I want to create now application. Okay, na? How to creating Django project? This is the statement, guys. Now my statement, next statement. How to creating Django application, guys. Okay, how to creating application for project. Okay, for this project, simply whatever the project you are creating, for that project how to creating application, how to creating application. Okay, if you want to create application, guys, this manage.py file is responsible. Okay, Django-admin.py file is responsible to create the project. After creating project, we need to create application. To create application, this manage.py file is responsible. This is responsible, guys. This is required to create the application. So right now we are in the command prompt location, guys. In this command prompt location, now we created demo project folder. In this folder, we have manage.py file. That's why we need to be redirecting our current directory location into manage.py file available location, that is available in the demo project folder. Simply redirect our current directory into demo project folder. Okay, na? So here points, guys. Redirect into demo demo project folder. Okay, you are going to be redirecting. How redirecting, guys? How redirecting? Using this cd. Cd means change directory. Cd means change directory. Okay, change the directory into where? Demo project folder. That is you are giving. Cd demo project you are giving. Then your command prompt is changing to like this way. Command from location up to demo project folder coming. Now here you are going to be creating application. In this location we have the manage.py file, guys. We have the manage.py file. Using that we can create application. Okay, so python manage.py, python manage.py, and start app followed by app name. Start app followed by app name. Okay, so we can create a application like this way, guys. We can create application like this way. Python manage.py start the app. Up to here fixed, guys. This is fixed always. Okay, this is a fixed command, and application name can changing depending on requirement, can change it application name. Okay, so this is a change, guys. Application name is change. Got it? Python manage.py start app followed by app name. So you are going to be starting the application with the name demo app, and here you are going to be starting the project with the name demo project, like that. Okay, okay. Now after creating this application, guys, after creating this application, now what you are getting means, this is actual folder, guys. Okay, root folder. In this folder, manage.py project name folder coming, again sub files coming. Now you are creating a demo app inside this project folder only. So this project folder is nothing but this one. Okay, so now inside that, with this name you are creating application. Now nothing but parallel to these three things, guys, manage.py and demo project. Now you are going to get demo app also. Demo app also you are getting. Okay, now can see here, demo app, demo app. Okay, so now in this demo app, guys, one folder you are getting, which name is migrations, 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 like one folder you are getting, empty folder, and six files you are getting, guys. Six files you are getting. So one is simply model.py, model.py, apps.py. So model.py, apps.py, and admin.py. Guys, you don't worry. Okay, how to remembering these all names, like, don't worry. So actually what is the structure coming, I'm explaining right now. Okay, na? No need to worry about these all things. After creating project name and application name, all you are going to be understanding, don't worry. So now admin.py file you are getting. Next, guys, so models, apps, admins, views, views you are getting, and test.py you are getting, and also one initialization file you are getting in it.py. Okay, like these six files you are getting, guys. These six files you are getting. Now can see this is the main project structure, guys. After creating project name and application name, so we are getting one manage.py Python file majorly. Okay, and one folder you are getting as acting like a project folder. In this project folder, six files you are getting, six files you are getting, and one more folder you are getting name as demo app, like a application. In this again, in this again one folder you are getting as in this again one folder you are getting, and six more files you are getting, six files you are getting. This is Django project creation and application. After creating application and project name, so what files coming? These all files, structure this one. Come on, guys, all of you understanding this one? Basic Django project structure. So when you are learning Python, guys, when you are learning Python, single Python files you are doing practice maximum. Okay. So for example, demo.py, and you are writing some logics here. Next, addition.py or else add.py. Then you are going to write the addition logics. Okay. So a equal to some value, b equal to some value, c equal to result. Okay, a plus b, and print c, like you are writing, guys. So single files you are writing as for example, a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a plus b, and now print c. Okay, so this is one Python file, add.py addition value. So after developing, if you want to run this server, run this application, if you want to run this application, so Python file execution, guys, Python file execution, Python space your file name .py you are writing, Python space file name .py, file name .py. python add.py, then you are going to get the result. Okay, na? Don't forget this one, very very important statement. Okay, so next one more program, power.py, addition.py, subtraction.py, like that separately we are creating in Python. But when you are when you are discussing or when you are learning, guys, when you are learning Django framework related, so not a single file, guys. Group of files here, group of file there, here group of file there, group of files together communicating. At a time we are developing group of files. Here some code, here some code, here some code, like we are maintaining. Okay, and when we are running the server, all these files are interconnected each other. All these files are interconnected each other. Okay, na guys, all these files are interconnected each other. So in each file, what kind of code we are creating, that is programmatically, slowly we will discuss, guys. So Django follows one architecture. If you know about that architecture, then you will understanding about these all files. So here out of these all things, guys, majorly most of the times we are using views file, models file, okay, admin file. The three files we are using, and settings file, URLs file. These five files are very very important regularly. These five files are very very important. Simply management of our application, guys. Okay, our application related management people, admin people, interaction with the application related database purpose, we are using this file. And business logics, you want to log in or log out or register or something, guys. Business logics we are writing inside the views, and the database related logics we are writing in the models. Okay, I want to create employee table, student table, in every table what columns required, this all in the model.py we are writing. And URLs, guys, youtube.com, facebook.com, gmail.com, kind of URLs we are maintaining in the url.py. And project related, what applications there, what servers there, what database is there, these all things maintaining in the setting.py file. Okay, so remaining all things, guys, slowly when we are discussing concepts wise, all the files related information you are going to be getting. Okay, come on guys, give one confirmation. Up to here, are you following or not? Come on guys, give your confirmation. All people following this one. So project structure, if you are understanding, then I will create this one practically now. Just theoretically explain right now. Okay. So now open your drivers, guys. I mean your drives, guys. C drive, E drive, F drive, like so many drives there. Open any one drive wherever you want to create, guys. So I'm going to click this PC. So I have C drive, D drive, E drive. So all the batches related, multiple batches, guys. Our senior batch, junior batch, like that. So all the batches are related in the D drive. Okay, project our sessions related I'm maintaining here. So we have, I mean, I created so many folders, guys, for different batches related. Now your batch related one more folder I'm going to be creating. So click on this file folder, guys. Click on this folder. Now you are getting the folder. Okay, here take the name. So 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Okay, so Django 10 a.m. Django batch, 10 a.m. Django batch. So here for confirmation purpose, guys, date also I'm going to take. So 7/10/2021. It means maybe different same names related, Django 10 a.m. batch related, maybe other folders also there. That's why time taking for uniqueness purpose, date. So this is our folder, guys. This is our folder in the D drive, 10 a.m. batch. Okay, this is our folder. In this folder, guys, I want to create project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4, like that. All our regularly what we are going to do projects, all our projects are going to be maintaining here. Okay, yes. Now click on here, guys. Okay, your cursor click on here. Simply type cmd, then command prompt coming, guys. Command prompt open up to your folder location. Up to your folder location, command prompt open. Okay, now here I want to be create I want to be create a Django project, guys. Okay, in this location, in this folder location, I want to create. So to create the Django project, what is the command? So in the command in the notepad there, you can copy paste. But I want to type again one more time for getting practice. So Django hyphen admin space start project, guys. Okay, start project space project name demo project. That's it. And now here can see no folders there, no folder there. After executing, you're going to get here folder. Now see guys, you're getting here now folder. Okay, in this folder manage.py file and demo project, like you're getting in this demo project for 5 files you are getting, I told them. Okay, done. Yes, coming outside. So now into this directory we need to redirecting, guys. So we are in the outside 10 am Django batch. I need to go inside demo project. Then cd demo project. 1 or 2 letters you can enter and press the tab. In this folder, what folder they're all displaying. So demo project there. So now here can see, guys. So demo project coming. Okay, just we are changing the directory. We are changing into the directory, into the demo project folder. Now we are coming to here, guys. Now here manage.py file is there. Using that, we can create the application. Okay, so Python manage.py and start yap followed by yap name demo yap. Okay, so click enter, guys. Now one more folder coming here, demo app, which contains the migrations folder and 6 files. Okay, so this is a folder, guys. Inside this again init file is there. Means this is a package, Python package representing. Okay, so now finally this structure we got it. This structure we got it, all the files, all the files. So if you want to run this server, guys, if you want to run this server, okay. So here, guys, can see in the folder, come to here demo project. So here only project name, application name, manage.py is there. After running the server, what coming you can see, guys. So if you want to run the server, guys, python manage.py and we have command run server, like we have command, guys, run server. So this Django project, if you want to run, then run server command we need to execute. And by default Django taking 8000 port number. By default Django taking the 8000 port number. Every project is running with one port number, guys. Every project is running with one port number. By default Django is taking 8000. Okay, so we will use this one initially. Later if you don't want this one, we can use our own port numbers. Okay, I will tell about that. Okay, running with 8000. Click enter. Click enter. Yes, Django internally itself having server, guys, that is running right now. So after running, you are getting like this URL http 127.0.0.1.8.0.0. This is our port number and this is the IP address where this project is running. Okay, local 127.0.0.1 representing local host, nothing but our local computer, guys. If it is a server, then a server address we are giving here. Okay, so yes, now copy this URL one time by clicking Ctrl C. Okay, and open your browser in your system, whatever the default browser is there. Open that browser. Okay, any browser, guys, not only default. Now paste here, here URL, and press enter. So the install worked successfully. Congratulations, like messages you are getting. Okay, which means just now you created Django project and application successfully. Okay, now come on, give one more confirmation. Creating project, creating and running the server and testing the URL. These 4 points. Everybody clear? As I'm telling very slow. If you are getting clear here, tomorrow onwards, same process doing. That time you are feeling comfortable. Okay. So now after running the server, see here, one new file came, db.sqlite3, db.sqlite3 guys. This is a SQLite3 file simply. Okay. So Django by default coming with one default database which name is SQLite3. I told Django by default coming with one database name as SQLite3, and that too when coming means whenever we are running the server guys, whenever we are running the server, then this SQLite3 file downloading and coming. Okay. And after coming, where it is available means wherever our project folder is there, this is the root folder. Inside the root folder, parallel to application name, project name, manage.py coming, simply parallel to manage.py, default database SQLite3 also available now. Okay. If you are not running the server, SQLite3 file not coming, not generating. If you are running the server, SQLite3 file generating. That is the default database. Later, major databases like Oracle, MySQL Server, SQL Server, what is the MongoDB, like these all DBs how connecting we will discuss. Okay, then. So this one is the default DB. Okay, guys. So up to here, the basic fundamentals: creating project, creating application, and running the server. So right now our server is running, guys. Until server is running, here you are getting this page. And by default, guys, by default Django coming with one URL, coming with one URL. These all URLs later I will show you guys. That URL name is admin slash. By default coming with admin URL. Okay. So admin URL going to display one login page, admin site login page. We are not responsible to developing this one. It is automatically developed by Django. Just we are going to use by enter username password. Okay. How to get this username password is all things later I will explain. We have the big session, don't worry. Okay, now. Okay, guys. Now here, until this server is running, here you are running the server. Until the server is running, you are getting this all URLs execution. If I'm stopping this server, so control C, guys, press the control C, press the control C. So server running, stopping, guys, server stopping and command prompt coming again. Server stopped now. After server stopping, if you are trying to execute this URL, if you are trying to execute this URL, so this site cannot be reached like you are getting. Understanding? For example, you want to use Facebook, guys. Facebook server shut down. Then Facebook page not coming. I think last 2-3 days back, guys. So unfortunately, evening time, social media related Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, these all things server shut down. Got some problems, guys. So we all are users of Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. So that time we unable to access. We are unable to sending messages to our colleagues, our family members, our friends. Okay. So this is the problem. When you are deciding to use particular application, that application related server must be running. Then only we can use that application. Otherwise, unable to use. Understanding? All of you. So okay. Now here again interview questions related. Some points there, guys. Some points there. We are getting what here? Manage.py file. So here difference, guys. Difference you are going to get Django-admin, Django-admin file, simply admin.py file versus manage.py file, manage.py file. Okay. So about these two things, some points we will discuss. So what is the use of Django-admin for creating the project? What is the use of manage.py for creating the application. Okay, for creating project, guys, this is important. For creating application, manage.py important. Okay, so one word answers I'm giving. So for creating, guys, for creating project, manage.py, Django-admin.py is required. Next, manage.py, guys. This is for creating application. This is for creating the application. Okay, so these two are one point. Next, when you are getting, guys, this one Django-admin.py file, when we are getting after installing the Django module. Am I right? After installing the Django module, then we are getting after installing Django module, Django-admin.py file we are getting. And now manage.py file, when you are getting manage.py file, when you are getting after creating project, guys. After creating the project, then manage.py file is coming inside the folder, root folder, inside the demo folder, or demo project folder. Okay, so that point you need to give it here. And next, where this Django-admin file available, okay, so inside Python predefined modules location, guys. Wherever Python modules they are predefined, they are available after downloading Django, this admin file. Okay, inside Python software, guys. Inside Python software related scripts folder is there. Scripts in this folder available. Okay, inside Python software related location, scripts folder they're available, guys. Simply inside Python software along with the predefined module available, you can tell. Okay, now now where manage.py file is available, guys. Where manage.py file available, where available, guys? Inside our root folder. Okay, inside our current project root folder, guys. Inside our current project folder, or else inside our base folder, available. Nothing but base folder means here demo project I created. Okay, now, so remember, guys, if anybody is asking one word answer question, you need to tell these all points. So when Django-admin file is coming, so after installing the Django, when manage.py means after creating the project. Okay, and what is the use of this one? Creating the project. What is the use of this one? Creating the application. Okay, where it is available inside Python software, where manage.py file available inside the base folder. Okay, base project folder. Nothing but our current folder is a demo project. They're available. Now clear these all points between both differences understanding. Yes, guys. So next, guys, after these all points, so so far we created, guys, project and application. Later we need to add the code. Some code I want to create and I want to execute, guys. So if we want to be developing the code, guys, we require some code resourcing platforms. Guys. Okay, so coding typing environments we required, guys. Okay, so where to developing or how to developing code, guys. Using some editors, using some IDEs, we can developing the code, guys. So for developing code, yes, guys, Purna Chandra. So demo project is just like a name of the folder. In that folder, our current project is there, application is there. So now for developing for developing code for our project, guys. For developing coding, for developing code, we required we required we required some environments, some code environments, guys. Okay, we require some environments. So like editors, guys. We have so many editors, and we have so many IDs. Editors means, guys, like a notepad. Notepad is one editor. Next, notepad, notepad plus plus, guys. Notepad plus plus one editor, and edit plus, guys. Edit plus, nano. Okay, these all are editors, guys. In Windows system by default notepad coming, in the Linux system by default nano coming, guys. Remaining things we need to install separately. Okay, so compared to the notepad, some benefits there here. Compared to this, some other benefits there. Whatever we are feeling compatible, we can use it. Okay, so next, guys, here the coding development is getting more problem, guys. Line by line, everything we need to be type it. Lot of time taking. So server running, things not getting properly here, and ready-made code you are not getting. When we are typing here, guys, for example, edit plus, like this code, okay, we are not getting properly when you are developing the Python related. Okay, so these all things, guys, for learning purpose we can use. Learning purpose, that too basic core Python related. But Django means group of files together we are developing, as so must be required real-time IDEs. Okay, so here also IDLE you are getting, as whenever we are installing the Python software, IDLE, integrated development language environment, you are getting. So here also, guys, just practice purpose only at the time of learning Python. Okay, so practice purpose only we can use, guys, this one. But real time development not possible. Okay, and the Django project are also getting a lot of problem, guys, using the IDLE. That's why we are going to use IDEs, integrated development environments. We have so many IDEs, guys. PyCharm is one IDE. PyCharm IDE mainly designed for Python development only. Okay, Sublime Text, guys. Sublime Text, Atom, Atom, Eclipse, guys. Eclipse, NetBeans, NetBeans, Visual Studio Code, guys. Okay, VCS, Visual Code Studio, Visual Code Studio. Hmm. Uh, so something like these all things there, guys. Like so many IDEs there, so many IDEs there. Any one IDE knowledge required to developing the applications, to developing the applications. Okay, so in our sessions, guys, using the PyCharm going to be developing. I mean using, okay, using the PyCharm we are going to be developing and executing programs. About the PyCharm I will take care, guys. Okay, so if you are having other IDs related knowledge, you can use whatever you are feeling comfortable, you can use that one. But in our session I'm going to use PyCharm, sometimes Sublime Text also I will explain. Clear? So let me know one point, guys. So do you know about or not? Do you know about this PyCharm or not? Do you guys know about this PyCharm or not? Tell me. When you are learning Python, are you practiced with the PyCharm or not? Come on, guys. Do you have knowledge about this? Okay, no problem. How to downloading, how to installing, everything I'll take care. Actually, some people at the time of learning Python only using PyCharm, they are doing the practice. Okay, for understanding purpose, for getting lot of benefits purpose. So many people are doing at the time of learning Python with IDLE only doing practice. With IDLE only doing the practice. Am I right? So now using the Django, guys, if you want to developing project, any one ID knowledge required. So right now we are going to be discussing about the PyCharm. This is a third party ID, guys. We need to be download from internet. We need to be install it. Okay. So download PyCharm and install, guys. So simply open the Google and type for PyCharm, guys. Okay. PyCharm download. PyCharm downloads, guys. PyCharm downloads. Here coming so many. Link open. Link open, guys. PyCharm downloads. You can open one link. So you are going to get like two versions, guys. Download PyCharm. Windows system, my system. That's why Windows selected. If your system is Linux, Linux selecting. So professional version is there and the community version is there. When you are learning Python only Python, core Python, advanced Python, you can download this one. Okay. For pure Python development, you can use this community version. This is a free and built on open source. So freely we can download and we can use n number of days. How many days you want, you can use it. Okay. But it is for only pure Python development only. Nothing but demo.py, example.py, sample.py. Like only with one Python file we can work with. Okay. But the Django framework you are learning means group of files together we are developing as a group of files. Am I right? Here already already we discussed all the files here. So like lot of files there, guys. So different files we need to open, different logics we need to write. Okay, na? So that's why we need to download this professional version, guys. Download this professional version. Using professional version we can do web development with HTML, JavaScript, SQL database files related. Okay, and Python also you can do core Python, advanced Python, Django, REST API, like all together. Our Django project related backend, front end, database, and all together we can do using the professional version. That's why real time development for the real time project purpose we need to download this one. But this is not open source. This is not free. This is a payable ID, guys. A payable ID. Okay. But if you want to free, guys, you can download 30 days working free trial there. Free trial there. 30 days working. 30 days working. Then what about after 30 days? Okay. After 30 days, if you want to use this one, after opening 30 minutes only working, again closing automatically. For every 30 minutes, one time closing, we need to open. Instead of doing like that, simply you can uninstall whatever you are installing. That is, you can uninstall, guys. Again download, install it. Again 30 more days. Okay, one more month again working. 30 days working again. Okay. So like for every 30 days, we are downloading and installing. This is a matter of 10 minutes. Matter of 10 minutes. Within the 10 minutes, we can download and install it. Instead of buying by putting $100, $200. Understanding all of you? Okay. So click on download one exe file coming. By clicking next, you are going to be getting understanding. So I don't know, guys, how to. I don't know, sir, how to installing. If you are thinking, don't worry. Google is there. Okay. So PyCharm installation steps, guys. PyCharm installation steps. Like so many screens you're going to be getting. Open one link, guys. So here, PyCharm, if you want to use, guys, first of all, in your system, Python must be required. So already you are a Python learner, sir. So Python you are downloading and installing. So no need to discuss about Python installation. So simply download Python, installing all the process showing here. Now onwards, PyCharm, guys, how to install the PyCharm. From this location you can download and see, just now I explained. This is the community version here explained, guys. You can download professional version and install that, no problem. So after downloading, by clicking double click next, it is asking us just to go through this one in the C drive, so and so location it is going to be installing. So again click the next. Okay, your system is a 32-bit or 64-bit, check it, guys. Okay, so my system 64-bit, I'm going to be select this one. If your system 32, then select this one. Nowadays almost all systems comes with 64 only. And .py also you can select, guys. .py. Py means a Python file extension is demo.py. So no need to take .py. If I'm giving demo, then automatically .py adding because of selecting this one. Okay, that is. And next by click next, guys. Then JetBrains, one company there, guys. JetBrains. This JetBrains company designed this PyCharm. With that name, going to be installing one IDE. Okay, by click install. Now process going, guys. After clicking install button, process going. After completing the process, guys, one checkbox there. These all are optional, guys. If you want, you can select. Otherwise, no need. So now finally finish button you are clicking. Okay. After finish button clicking, that is installing, guys, successfully. Installing successfully. Then you can open here PyCharm in the search box. If you are opening PyCharm, okay, like you are going to be getting a screen. You're going to be getting icon like this one, PyCharm related. So click on this. You're going to get IDE like this way. IDE like this way you're going to be getting, guys. Okay, now. So here, like n number of lines of code we are going to be writing, guys. Okay. So don't worry, these all lines of code slowly will understanding. I'll take care. So now here lot of menus there. Okay, here left menu. Okay, left menu, right menu, header menu, footer menus, like n number of things there. All we will discuss later programmatically. Okay, like this after opening, like this you are going to be getting, guys. Later onwards we can develop the applications. Understanding? So here, guys, one point remember. So simply at the time of installing, okay, these all guidelines you can follow or YouTube you can follow, then you will understanding everything. So before opening this one, guys, here what is their last statement. So after clicking PyCharm, it is open like this first time. Can I create new project or can I open old project, asking. Using command prompt, we created, guys, one project. So if you are clicking open, our system open, go to there and selecting required projects. These all in the next session I will show you practically. Okay. So we are using the free version. So one screen you are getting, guys. Before this screen, one screen you are getting three radio buttons displaying. Okay. So first one is enter your license, username, password. We need to pay money. They are giving license, username, password, like Gmail username, password. So I didn't buy this one. Okay, I don't want to buy. Next, enter activation code. Some random alphanumeric string characters related activation codes there. Those also we need to be buy it. Okay, so that is also I'm not providing. Then here free evaluation like there, free evaluation. Yes, I want to free. Select this. Then free evaluation working 30 days. Then you are going to get 30 days. That's it. These all things when you are installing automatically will understanding, guys. Don't worry. Finally, you are installing, downloading and installing. So later onwards tomorrow, how to open this, how to use today created project, and how to develop in the basics. Hello world, like kind of some basic programs. Okay, na? So edit plus notepad plus these all things Python learning purpose okay, but Django project doing purpose not okay, guys. Not okay. Why means see here, multiple project there. So here 5 files there, here 6 files there, 11 files. If you are using notepad or notepad plus plus, guys, notepad or notepad plus plus. So here control n, here one file, model file, here one more file, views file. Okay, like this multiple files we need to be open, guys. 11 files we need to open. In every file separate code we are writing. Okay, so every time interacting these all files getting some problems, guys, and we need to create manually, we need to save manually everything. So instead of that, if you are using the PyCharm, guys, okay, like this, automatically application coming project, inside that application coming, inside that application some, I told application these all files coming. Later we are going to create our own folders, own files. Okay, so easily we'll understanding here. See here n number of HTMLs I created, about page, base page, home page, users page like that. Whatever the file you want, we can open like this, and we can do code changes. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to stop here, guys, for the today's session. Okay, and tomorrow session programmatically I'm going to show you, and Django follows one architecture, guys. Okay, that architecture related in the tomorrow session more clearly we are going to discussing. Don't miss it at any cost, guys. I means these all files, how to interconnecting each other, how to connecting each other, one file to another file, how communicating. Okay, these all things architecture explains. In the architecture concept going to get explanation. So that is tomorrow only I'm going to show you. Okay, then. So as soon as possible, guys, you need to be registered if you want to continue this session. Already I told. So one point, remember, I'm giving information here. Okay. Last weekend started the same time Django batch. Okay. There some people already joined. 1 week discussed, guys. Up to here, these all things. Tomorrow architecture related also discussed. So I given 1 week gap and I taken your session. Okay. So you are join or not. Okay, that is not a matter. So I'm taking tomorrow also session for you, and next day. Okay, next day what? Saturday onwards, old people coming. Last weekend people coming, and that batch continuously going. Okay, so why I taken add on to this one means along with those people, if you people also, I mean some people join here, all together going to discussing same session. That's why taking add on batch here. Okay, now. So you are attending day one onwards. You need to be contact the online team, okay, and make it your registration if you want to be continue, guys. So tomorrow also I'm allowing you, okay, and otherwise if management people changing the link, then I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible. If today only changing means tomorrow new link with the new link, old people joining. Okay, along with old people, the people who registered, only those people will join. And I told already duration 45 days duration. Slowly in our sessions, applications we are going to be developing like this. You are going to be becoming like a full stack developer, guys. So this is application form, full name, email address, mobile number, country, drop downs you are getting, genders you are getting, and hobbies you are getting. Okay, without entering any data, if you are selecting submit, then immediately error messages displaying. So these kind of forms regularly we are seeing in the real time while doing the registrations or logins related. Okay. So like menus developing as whatever the menu we are clicking, that menu related you are getting here menu related information. Okay. So registrations related here also validations. Please enter username. Okay, I'm entering some name. So please enter username will there. So two letters I entered. Please enter username minimum 5 characters. Okay, like that asking guys. Okay, na? So like applications we are going to be designing and end of the session using the front end. Okay, discussing guys like this application. So Monday to Saturday class there, guys. Monday to Saturday. Okay. Sunday initially not there. Okay. After completing half of the Django, based on student interest, taking the Sunday also. Special classes. Sunday only special classes. Monday to Saturday regular session. Okay. Sunday classes that too based on the student interest, taking special workshops. Okay, now. So like this we can design, guys, in our sessions all the web applications related. So that is you can decide, guys, you want to continue or not, and you need to make it registration. So today only, maybe tomorrow only link going to be changing. So this is one calculator program, guys. So then you can do it calculation. These all in class only we are developing. Okay. So if you want to delete all the numbers here deleting, and I'm giving 8 plus 5 13 result coming, 13 minus 2 then 10 result coming. Okay. So this is the web application, guys. Web application for doing the calculations. additions, subtractions, multiplications, all together I done here. Generally, in normal Python, add.py, we are writing addition value, taking two numbers, adding values. Okay, here n number of values, whatever you want, you can enter and you can performing the addition. Okay, real time we are using calculator software. Na? Same thing. As a developer, we need to develop. Those only real time people are using. Okay, so for example, this is a Zomato related. Simply rough structure I explain guys here. So here about home contact login register there. So here some coupon codes going. This burger guys actual price 400, 20% offer there. Up to 10th October validate expire date is there. So if you want to get this 20% offer, you need to use coupon code this one. So you need to enter that coupon code guys here. If you are not entered and if you are trying to click apply code, please enter coupon code asking. If you are entered coupon code different one, wrong coupon code, select correct coupon code asking. If you are giving correct coupon code, for example, extra 20 I'm giving, then here information showing actual price 400, discount price 20% means 80 rupees. Finally, you need to pay 320 rupees. Okay, 400 minus 80, nothing but 320. Calculations coming like that. Okay, so anything you want to ask, you can ask me, guys. Thank you for this day. Any queries, guys? Purnachandra, Harika, Sheikh Jabir. Okay, can I close session? So as soon as possible, guys. Today only make it your registration. Tomorrow, if link changing, then old people will come, continuing that session. Actually, 3 demos only planning. Okay, no problem. I taken today also. Okay, guys. See you. Bye. We'll meet tomorrow. Have a nice day.